Yeah, no, I did.
Okay. So the Lord was in the they laid him in a tomb, right? Where never man has laid. They were supposed to break his legs. They didn't need to because he was already dead. They pierced him in the side, and out came water and something else gall, and which meant that his blood had already coagulated and he was dead. So they took him off the cross and they laid him in the tomb. But because it was 3 already in the afternoon and it was getting dark, it was the day of falling on the day of preparation, because the next day was the Sabbath. Was getting ready for the Sabbath, we ready for the Passover. So because of that, they had to hurry up, get him off, him and the other people who got crucified with him, the 2 thieves, and get them into some place. So they put him in there, but Mary, his mother, and Mary Magdalene, whether it's his wife or just some chick that hung out with his mom all the time, they could not go to the grave and properly prepare the body. So they just stuck him in. Well, first they didn't have a place to put him, and this dude named Matthew shows up and say, hey, I got a spot. You can use him because he helped me. I was a tax collector, and he healed me from tax collecting. Okay, so they took him and put him in there, but because it was getting close to dark, they couldn't prepare his body like the way, in the Jewish tradition that they needed to, which means they were supposed to put all these salves on him, which operated like embalming fluid. So now he is in this coffin or in this tomb. When they they had to put the rock in front of it to seal it off. And so they left him there. Well, we know Pharaoh, not Pharaoh, but Pontius Pilate said, hey, what if, he said that in 3 days he would raise from the dead. So what if somebody come and take, or his disciples come through the middle of the night, sneak his body out, and then tell everybody, see, we told you he was going to be rose from the dead. Then that's going to make his story even greater on this side than on this side. So let's do something. So it's okay. What we're going to do is put some guards out front to make sure that nobody comes steal his body through the night. So now, this is that night. This Saturday is Holy Saturday. And it's the day filled with doubt. Because you got to think his mama, wife, or the chick that hung out with his mom all the time, Mary Magdalene, they were worried because they didn't get a chance to prepare his body. So in our tradition, if you think, what if we didn't have a chance to prepare mama's body? Like, what if the night after she passed, all we could do the next day was bury her? Bam, that's it. No viewing, no wait, no nothing. You see, just bam. So this is what is happening tonight. You got people worried because they don't know. You got disciples scattered because, hey, they killed him. Guess who's they're coming out the next? They scattered, right? So everybody on
Judas at tonight.
Judas already, the one that hung himself.
He dead already.
Dead,
okay.
That's
how I just want to know what he hadn't done.
Judas already done told on him, and they arrested him, and they gave him the money and all that. After he realized that what he did, he went and hung himself. Okay. And so he got his 30 pieces of silver already. So now where we are though right now is that we're at an unknown moment. We don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Or today. I mean, if we were there. We know the rest of the story because it's in a book. But what if the book wasn't? We're pretending as if the book wasn't written. So you have to think of your time where things was not, you didn't know what the answer was. Or a time you're having now where you're not sure what the outcome is going to be. And so tell us that story to help us connect with the feelings we should be having tonight of the uncertainty about how outcomes will come before your Sunday came, or before you know what the outcome will be for whatever situation that you want to talk about. So, anybody want to start us out? Okay, now everybody at one time.
I'm going after Keith.
Keith already sleep. Keith, you awake? Keith sleep.
So wait, I'm telling what
Uh-huh.
how I'm feeling.
Well, what you can tell how you feel, but you need to tell us what it is that you may feel all at lost about, like right now, or a time when you felt everything was at loss.
Okay,
But
this
we
what-
don't tell us what the outcome was.
Okay.
because that's for
So
tomorrow.
this was March 28th, 2022. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know when it was gonna happen and how it was gonna happen. But I felt like something was coming, and then March 29th it came. So I felt lost, a great sense of loss, but I didn't know how that loss was gonna pan out, and it came about the way I didn't expect it to happen.
All right. Thank you, Lynn. Okay. Who next?
I'll go. So I think I get what it means when we talk about, but I'll say that I think about when the last days with grandma, the last hug that I gave grandma, and I kind of knew, that it was, it was time, and when I hugged grandma, every time, growing up, every time I came over from when I was little, walking over, talking with grandma, she was always so lively, y'all know how grandma is, talking and just saying how she, telling her stories, and then she get riled up and stuff. And then like the last time I talked with her, it was a little bit the last time before that time when I hugged her, and then, just seeing how she declined and all that stuff, I knew, kind of what it was. And then her being my last living grandparent, I kind of felt like it was like a finality happening that I couldn't stop. And, I knew it was her time. And when I hugged her, I didn't feel, like normally every time I hug grandma, I felt like a response back from her, but it kind of felt like nothing was there. Like it was time. And so I knew it. And then, because I remember talking with Brenda, like right after that. And then I told Brenda after I hugged her, I was like, I know how she was with the every May for grandma's birthday. She wanted people to have the program, like the celebration of grandma's life. And so she started that, I think, when grandma was 88. I think, I forgot the exact year, but every year we had it. And then, I wanted to make sure I had told Brenda, that I know grandma, because she, she told me, like the times when I was just in here, she told me like how, she appreciated it. And, and then, I wanted to let Brenda know that, that it was a good thing that she thought of that, to provide the celebration while grandma was here and able to appreciate it and be able to let us know it. And, it just felt like like, dang, it's my last living grandparent, and, it's just a sad feeling, but yeah. So,
Thanks,
oh yeah.
That was one.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Anybody else?
Yes, Kenny.
Kayla.
Sometime in
I already said.
1985.
What?
No, 1983. My cousin Tanya lost the peanut. And she went on and on and on about that peanut. I don't think she ever found that peanut.
I don't think so
I
either.
think she died anyway. All right.
Looking at me now. I'm going after Keith.
Keith sleep. Keith,
Yeah.
you gonna go? We talking about our deepest, darkest moment.
You did what?
We talking about our deepest, darkest moment to represent tonight. That when you felt like something was all was lost. Okay, Brenda.
I can barely hear you guys. There's a TV going, but I I guess my deepest, darkest was the night after Big Mama died. And I felt like if she could go and leave us, and she was just pure good to me, what chance that we have? And then on top of that, I felt like I would never have anybody that cared about me and what I did and whether I was alive or dead because she was gone. And it was so hurtful, and I got mad. And I held on to more mad on top of the mad that I already had. And it was like, I think that's the darkest I've ever been, the deepest and darkest, because I didn't want to be here anymore. And if God hadn't given me Gus, I don't think I would have survived that.
Look at you saved somebody's life. All right, Kenny, Kayla, little Ken. You ever had a dark moment? You ever had a moment when you didn't know what would go wrong? Or you ever lost something, little Kenny?
No.
I
You
remember
ain't
when
never
Lil'
lost
Ken lost his
nothing?
front teeth.
Look, little Kenny ain't never lost nothing.
Remember when you lost your front teeth? You didn't feel lost?
Yeah, I did feel lost.
Okay, so there we go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, Kayla.
Extreme close up.
I said, well, I have something. So at school, so my tooth was very loose. But then, somebody gave me gum. And then I was like, okay. And then just threw it away the wrapper and then just started chewing it. And then chewed on this side. And then it's like my teacher's like telling stories or something. And then it's like pop. And then I felt my tooth like came out. Oh my god. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I didn't know. Because I felt the tooth on the gum. And then I was like, it's just like I pulled the tooth out of my gum and I was like, oh my gosh. So then it's like when we left for dismissal, I just threw the tooth away and then told my mom and dad about it.
Thank you.
Yay, all right.
You did a great job,
Yes,
Kayla.
you
And
did
Ken, y'all did a great job, sister.
Now it's on Kenny. No,
You
you can't. There's no
can't
pass.
pass.
There's no passing in this game.
There's no
Well, y'all
passing
hadn't went to
in-
Keith McNeil. So.
Keith back sleep again.
Keith?
So. I'm sleep. Come on, Kenny. Then I'll go.
I already did mine, didn't I?
Granddad's like thinking about excuses right now, like
Yeah, I want to go again though.
Okay.
I'm sick.
Because I just think about my sense of loss was the night that my mama passed. And I stood in the doorway right there and I just kind of scanned the room. And I wish I had my phone and kind of took pictures, but I saw my brother standing right here crying, my sister on the floor in between her husband's legs crying, and Thelma crying, Lynn, everybody was just crying in their own little space. And I sat there thinking to myself, oh my God, this is real. And that was the first time I really felt the sense that my mama was gone. And they hadn't even, I don't even think the ambulance had showed up yet at that point. But that's when I felt my first real sense of loss being, like it just kind of came down on me. That is all. No more.
Is that it?
Kenny, you go get Granddad.
Well, the only part that
really that tore me up was when they zipped that body bag up. So that is all.
All right, and then Melissa, unless Keith is up. So for me, well, of course, my deepest, darkest moment was to losing my mama, but it's not over.
No, it's not.
It ain't over.
Until she come back.
Tell the fat lady sing.
It ain't over. It ain't over. That's all I can say, because
That sense of loss is right there.
it ain't over. My mama gone, and I'm still trying to figure out when Sunday is gonna get here.
Yep.
When
When he arose,
when Jesus came back
How you gonna find that's
Jesus
what I
got up.
found for you?
up from the grave, he arose. That's what I'm.
Like this.
So, yeah.
No, you talked
And then
about air
it just seems, I want to just add, it just seems like since that happened, everything seems to impact me harder and more. It's just harder.
Harder and deeper.
It's harder, deeper, more hurtful, being that.
First cut is the deepest.
That's
I'm
right.
telling you, this is our first cut that it swapped and it encompassed all the other hurts that we had.
Yes.
It went so deep.
Yes. I thought losing a parent was going to be like losing David, because when David left,
He had already died.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he died so many times. Remember, they would
I know,
put
they
out.
used to tell us
They used to
that.
put out he was dead every other day.
Yeah.
Flash news,
This was like
news
that
flash.
first cut of the surgeon's scalpel.
Yeah,
It was deep, and it was deep enough that all those different layers that we had from
Yeah.
Big Mama, David, Kim,
Yeah.
everybody else, it encompassed all them in that one cut. And when that
Down
cut went deep, and it brought all of those other things to the surface.
that's right. And
That's just how I see it.
I agree. I mean, it was hurtful. I would just say, and I won't say I wake up every morning crying like I did, but the pain if something hits me, the pain is just as deep as it was that day. They say if I wake up and most when I wake up, my mama's not here, blah blah blah. But if I woke up and I thought, I'd be thinking, oh yeah, this is the day it's Saturday. I'm going down to Mama's house, and I think that in the thought that I had of as if she was still here, in the way I say it to myself, and then in that immediate moment, it hit me. Yeah, I'm going to Mama's house, but guess what? Mama ain't gonna be there, and then that'll be a whole nother, another level of pain that I didn't know.
Yep.
No.
You are correct. sister.
And
it's done.
And this fat lady.
All right.
It's done.
We'll call this a day because we're going to start all
Is it
over in
done?
the morning.
Yeah, we're
Y'all
done.